All right, everyone. Again, we're going to be running through how to measure 6-inch squares using your black paper. I realize this is not black paper, nor is it the same size as the paper that you have. You should be working with a 12-inch by 18-inch piece of black paper. I'm going to be working with this one, which is not that. Looks like it's 14 by 17, so not even close. But the process is very similar. So we're going to walk through that now. Again, this process is almost the same as measuring 5-inch squares, except the measurements are different. So we're going to start at the top. First thing we want to take a look at is our ruler. Looks like I have a 0 on this ruler, so I will be lining up all my measurements with my 0, not with the edge of the ruler, because that's going to mess things up real bad. So I'm going to line up my ruler with the top of the piece of paper, try to make sure it's nice and even. It's not, kind of wonky, and it's not even with anyway, try to make it flush so your measurements are accurate. All right, that looks good. Looks like my 0 is all lined up. And now I'm going to find my 6-inch mark. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. And we're going to go ahead and put that right there. Now, we know for a fact that we're going to be measuring more than just 6 inches, right? We're going to be measuring another couple squares moving this way. So we're going to save some time, keep our ruler here, and we're going to move on to 12, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 12. Also, 6 plus 6 is 12. Fun fact. So we're going to put both of our lines in right now so we don't have to come back and do it later. So here we go. That's good. We've done that at the top. It looks like that. Now we're going to do it at the bottom. All right. Again, we're lining up with 0. And we're making sure our ruler is nice and even across the bottom. Sometimes that's kind of tricky. There we go. Nice and even. Double check. Lining up with the 0 on the edge of the paper, putting a mark on 6 and 12, not 11 because that's wrong. And now we're just going to play connect the dots. So we're just going to use a straight edge, whether it's a ruler or another piece of paper or some cardboard, whatever. Hold this down firmly. Take your pencil, draw your line all the way down the middle, and boom. All right. So now we have a 6-inch strip. That's step 1. This is like step 1B. Adding in our second line that we drew earlier, lining it up very evenly, holding my ruler down so it doesn't move at all, and then drawing another line. Ta-da! So now we have this measurement is 6 inches, so is this. So now all we have to do is measure going the other way. You can do that a couple different ways. You can measure from the bottom, you can measure from the top, whatever works for you. Specifically for your piece of paper, I don't think it's going to matter because your whole distance is 12 inches. And guess what? Half of 12 is 6, so it's not going to be an issue for you, which hopefully you'll see here in a minute. My paper is a little bit wider, so it's going to make a difference for me. So I'm going to put a mark at 6 and at 12. Just in case you were wondering. So I'm going to measure, moving on down. I'm going to measure from the edge of my paper with the 0. Right, we're all lined up. Looks like moving over a little bit. Make sure my ruler is nice and even, flush with the top of my piece of paper. I'm going to make a mark, a tick at 6, and I'm going to do one at 12 too. You do not have to do this because that should be the edge of your paper or damn close. All right, we're going to slide up, go to the bottom of our piece of paper, using the bottom of our paper as a guide so we know that our ruler is straight. You can go ahead and you guessed it, you're going to mark at the 6-inch mark. You're going to mark at the 12-inch mark. Okay. Again, connect the dots. Getting all the markers out of here. Now, right, using our extremely long straight edge, maybe you got an Amazon box lying around or something else that's long and straight, piece of wood, I don't know, whatever you have. Cereal box. Boom. Just connecting my lines. Making sure we're nice and even. Boom. So just to be clear, you shouldn't have this, right? And you should have like another inch added to this. So when you cut yours, not today, probably tomorrow, when you wind up cutting these, you're only going to have to make 1 cut, 2 cuts, 3 cuts, and then you'll have 6 perfectly measured black squares.